Okay. Okay. Hi, olá. Nice to meet you, Suresh. Thank you for having you here. Né? It's a great pleasure. Hélio também está aqui com a gente. Hélio, muito obrigado. Gente, nós estamos aqui num programa ao vivo hoje, né? A gente não anunciou previamente porque é uma grande surpresa. A novidade é que a gente tem um grande amigo, o Suresh, né? Que ele vai falar um pouquinho dos projetos que ele faz. E a gente está começando uma parceria agora com o Nepal, com a associação dele no Nepal. Suresh, I was talking that it's a great pleasure to have you here and that you have good news to announce today. That's a partnership between our groups. And this will be our first experience with uh, a, a partnership with the group in Nepal, even we know each other for many years. Né? Então, a primeira experiência que a gente vai ter é uma parceria com o Nepal, mesmo que a gente já se conheça há tantos anos. Né? Suresh, could you introduce yourself? Eu pedi ele para se apresentar.
Thank you, Marcelo. It's really a pleasure to be here, and we are very glad. I'm really glad that we can, uh, ink our exchange of ideas, which has been since 2009. The first time we met at International Year of Astronomy celebration, as well as International Astronomical Union Symposium, the Society and Culture. Um, so we are very excited to have the exchange between academic and cultural areas. What we can do, because as we were talking offline, so you're having a very hot temperature, we are having cold situation, so there are many things that we can learn from each other, switching between our activities, testing at the same time for different scenarios, and we are looking forward to it. I'm Suresh Bhatrai, the current chair of Nepal Astronomical Society and the manager of IAU OAE Office of Astronomy for Education Node Nepal, which is an international office, small office for IAU for astronomy education. And I'm also the national outreach coordinator for International Astronomical Union. I teach physics at Trichandra Multiple Campus, which is the first campus in Nepal, which started teaching physics at the university since for last, the department started in 1948. The first Department of Physics, was established in 1948, and currently I'm working at National Atmospheric Resource and Environmental Research Laboratory as a researcher in Kirtipur, the central campus of the university.
Great, great. O Suresh, ele se apresentou agora, ele é o representante dos dois, nós, né, da União Astronômica Internacional no Nepal. Ele é responsável pela o nó de educação, o núcleo de educação da União Astronômica Internacional e também o de popularização da astronomia, né? Tanto de atividades de popularização como de educação da União Astronômica Internacional lá no Nepal. Ele é professor de uma universidade no Nepal, que é a única universidade que tem curso de física. It's the unique university with physics degree in Nepal.
There are other universities as well now. Few more universities offering. Yeah.
But was the first.
It was first university in Nepal, and where it is the first college, even which was established before the university.
Ok.
So
Então,
university was in 1959, and our department was established in 1948,
48.
and college was in 1918.
80. Então,
18, yeah.
não é a única agora, mas foi a primeira, né, desde 48, depois em 80 que começou. Em 80 that begins the physics degree. Em 80, 1980. In 1980 That was
Yes,
the year that began
1918. Yeah, the college was the first college, the higher education college for higher education established in Nepal for modern education was in 1918.
80.
18,
Então,
yeah.
em 1980 foi quando foi estabelecido o curso. Hélio, você quer falar um pouquinho da sua experiência agora, né?
Lá, sim, eu faço parte do Clube de Astronomia desde 2018, né, 2010 ou 2018, né, começando lá na Escola de Astronomia, e até então já terminei a licenciatura em Física e estou para terminar o mestrado em Astronomia. E desde então tenho participado de várias atividades do clube, como o encontro de astronomia, o encontro internacional de astronomia cada ano, e também os eventos que são feitos na praça, na divulgação científica para o público em geral.
Tá bom. Already introduced himself. He's now finished the master's degree in astronomy. It's a national, so a place that was the first degree, the graduation of
You
astronomy
mean,
in
yeah, for
Brazil.
me?
Hélio is finishing the master degree in astronomy here in Brazil. He's finishing now.
Ah,
in
okay.
few
Yeah,
months, he will finish the graduation in astronomy, the
Great.
master. He will get the master degree, and he already was accepted for the PhD in astronomy. Also.
Excellent. Congratulations, Helga.
thank you.
I,
That
I,
starts
I,
in the next year.
Só tem uma correção que eu queria fazer. A faculdade ela foi estabelecida em 1918. Eu falei 1980, 1918. O departamento de física, que é onde o Schreck trabalha, que começou em 1948. I was only correct these dates because you posted here, and it's 1918. I
Yeah.
said that it was 1980. I
Oh,
correct now.
okay.
And the NASO, when began the NASO?
Yes, so it was during our high school, not high school, we were thinking of having something. NASA was established in 2007. So it's since then we are acting actively in the society. 2007, from 2013, we started, I mean, from 2007, we started outreach program. 2013-12 we started educational program through our teachers training especially, and then in 14 we started olympiad for student, and around 16 we started our research program in astronomy and space. So currently we are having students doing their thesis under the guidance of our members across the globe. So they are acting as a co-supervisor, a supervisor of their thesis in masters, and even in PhD, some student, and in bachelor's degree.
Assim, eu perguntei quando é que começou a Associação Astronômica do Nepal, né? E o Suresh respondeu que a Sociedade Astronômica do Nepal começou em 2007, né? Mas a partir de 2013 que eles começaram a desenvolver atividades, né, de ensino e divulgação. E a partir de 2014 eles começaram a participar da Olimpíada de Astronomia, né? Então, eles já têm um período já, uma grande experiência, né? Então, é um momento muito especial para a gente estar começando essa parceria. Our group was established in 1996. Né? Uh,
1996.
1996. We are
Oh,
going to
okay.
celebrate next year 28 years of
Great.
activities. Yeah. Then I think that we have many things to share between us. And the most important is also will be a cultural project because it is different cultures. You know? Then the students, everyone that be involved in this partnership. We also have opportunity to talk about science, né? mainly astronomy and astronautics, but also will know a different culture. Eu estava falando com ele que o projeto que a gente está fazendo não vai ser só um projeto de ciências, né? Vai ser também uma maneira de um intercâmbio cultural, né? A gente conhecer um pouquinho uma cultura diferente, que é a cultura lá do Nepal. We know few about Nepal here in Brazil, né? What we know most is about the Everest, né?
Yeah. I think now the establishment of Nepali embassy in Brazil and Brazilian embassy in Nepal, things are much easier than before. When you invited me for this astronomy and astronautic conference, we
Uhum.
first met, and then I said the year that the Brazilian embassy will be here in Nepal, so I will come to Brazil. So in 16, I came there, right? So I think around 15, they opened the embassy here, and the Nepal government also opened embassy there in Brazil.
2015.
I think yes, because 2016 April I was there in your place.
Yes. Ele está falando que tudo facilitou esse contato com o Brasil, que facilitou esse contato com o Brasil foi o início foi a inauguração da embaixada do Brasil no Nepal. At the same time, they begin with the embassy in Brazil.
I think I just read in the internet. 2000, it says in January 2010, Nepal established residential embassy in Brasilia, and
Okay.
Brazil opened its residential embassy in Nepal in September 2011. But 2016 that I came to your place.
Okay. Okay. Now we have a memorandum of understanding signed between our group. Nós temos agora um memorando de entendimento assinado entre nossos grupos para desenvolvimento de atividades, né, associadas a acadêmicas e culturais. We are going to develop academic and cultural activities between our groups, né, and most of them we try to involve students from our different countries. Né. It will be an important moment for exchange of knowledge, and also they know different cultures.
Yes, thank you. I mean, I had an opportunity to visit some schools in campus de Goitacazes when I was there, and also the campus. And I think if we can do similar kinds of visits between students from Brazil and Nepal, that will give a broader insight how the education systems are working at both countries. At the same time, we share different skies, right? I think we share half now, right? So um it's quite interesting to look into it, and we can have continuous observation of the sky with some sorts of observation programs together. So there are many things, but we always put students and teachers, educators at the heart of any activities. So we look forward to have primarily the activities based for K-12, kindergarten to 12, but also the higher educations like bachelor's, master's, and PhD, even faculty level. We can do that because there are now many universities, and we are also in close coordinations with them. The newly established universities are quite interested to collaborate. They are more open to new ideas, and they are friendly in a sense to new ideas.
Ok, great. Então vai ser uma oportunidade muito boa para a gente agora, né? Essa parceria como ele já falou agora, envolvendo os estudantes e os professores nessa atividade educacional. Hélio, você gostaria de comentar alguma coisa nessa oportunidade de parceria?
Sim, eu gostaria de comentar que eu estou bastante ansioso para essa nova parceria, com essa troca de experiências, já que o Nepal é um país que está muito distante do Brasil, né, está no hemisfério norte, e eu acredito que a gente tem muito a ganhar compartilhar nosso feito aqui em Campos, no Brasil, né, como no Clube de Astronomia, e fazer essa troca de conhecimento será bem benéfico para ambos os lados.
Você quer falar inglês para ele agora ou você quer que eu traduza?
Vai traduzir para mim?
Ah, tá. Você me corrige se eu esqueci alguma coisa. Antes disso, é
Tá
só
bom.
lembrar, o professor Orestes visitou escolas aqui, teve em Campos, no nosso encontro internacional, e visitou escolas aqui em Campos, quando teve aqui. Professor Orestes, Hélio said that we have only to win from this partnership between us, and he has great expectations. I think that is the correct word about this partnership between us, and we are going to learn something different from a country that is very far from us, né? That you know few about this country. É isso, Ed, eu falei correto? É
Uhum.
isso mesmo que eu
Sim,
falei?
sim.
É, é,
Perhaps
Isso
we
mesmo.
should also start sharing language classes,
yes,
the Portuguese and then the
Nepal.
Nepali. Yeah.
And how many people live in your country, and everyone speaks Nepali?
No, it's quite interesting. Our national language is Nepali, but not everyone speaks it. There are several other languages. There are 100 plus ethnical groups, and they have their own language. So
More
majority
than,
of people speak English. It's a national language to connect people, but every groups or communities have at some point their own languages, own traditions, own cultures. It's
more
very
than
diverse.
100, more than
Yeah.
100 groups. Ele
Yes.
falou que lá tem mais de 100 grupos, que a língua lá nacional é o Nepal, mas nem todos falam o Nepali, né? Porque tem mais de 100 diferentes grupos com diferentes línguas, né? Então, linguagens, né? Então, caramba, how that you connect with these groups? What is the common language? Nepali?
It's Nepali. Like for example, in my office, we have 5 people working on day-to-day basis, and all of them actually have different languages at their home. They speak different language.
Uau, ele
But
tá
at
falando que
office, we speak either English or the national language is Nepali. But
só um
we also
instantinho.
speak English. But it's not very well spoken across the country. We study English from the small grade in the school, but the Nepali language is the one that we speak for communication.
Ah, ok. Ele está falando que a língua mesmo comum que eles falam é o Nepali, mas que os grupos lá, inclusive dentro de casa, têm línguas diferentes, né? Falam diferentes, mas a conexão entre eles é o a Nepali, né? Mas, but the other language has the common roots of Nepali, or are almost
It's
totally
different.
different?
For example, my colleague Manisha, she belongs to Newar community, and their language root is not from the root of my language. Like Nepali is my language. I speak Nepali in my home, but Manisha actually, traditional, she speaks another language at home. Though they started forgetting, the young generation forgets these languages, and they are more used to with Nepali, even English, but the root is different. So some are coming from the Sanskrit, some are other different roots, so not from same root.
É que eu tinha perguntado aí se todas essas diferentes línguas têm a mesma origem comum, né? Ou seja, a mesma raiz. Mas ele falou que não, elas têm raízes diferentes, inclusive. Né? Mas ele citou um exemplo de um amigo dele, que trabalha com ele, que ele fala Nepali, mas em casa ele mantém a tradição da sua língua original, que não tem a mesma raiz do Nepali. This is very different from our country, because we have indigenous that lived here have language from the indigenous, but few people in Brazil speak this language. Very few, very few. They are very small groups. Everybody in Brazil speak Portuguese. Then
Uh-huh.
here we have only one language for our country. We don't have another
So do
language
they do
here.
they use that even the smaller groups who speak this indigenous language, do they use script? Do they have their own script for writing or
No, no.
only for
They
oral?
they use the same alphabet that you use, because the
Yeah.
Brazilian indigenous they don't have alphabets. Then
Similar to here,
who
many languages groups here, the ethnical groups, they have languages, but not most of them have written languages. So they
as
only for speaking, for oral.
uh,
So
here
they
non
started
no,
adopting the script from the Nepali or Sanskrit and other
here
roots.
here none no, don't have any indigenous group that have written language,
Ah,
only
okay.
oral tradition. Then this was difficult in the beginning. The Portuguese that have the first work to translate this and use the alphabet to understand what they was speaking. But the problem is that they killed most of them. Then we have a few groups here in Brazil, indigenous group here in Brazil. That's it. But everybody knows Portuguese here because they need to know because we only have transmissions in TV in Portuguese here in Brazil.
So
Then
everyone can speak Portuguese fluently, write Portuguese, read Portuguese.
yes, everybody in
Okay.
Brazil, everybody
Here,
in
it may be difficult for everybody. There may be some groups who cannot read or write Nepali, and speak fluently or understand Nepali. There are groups still. They speak other
Oh wow,
languages. Yeah.
wow! It's a different culture from
And
us.
even the Nepali language, the national one, is like kind of standardized uh, from where it originated in the western part of Nepal. If I go there, I don't understand what people say. For the same thing, the dialect is different.
Wow. Here we have different accents, but we understand. It's the same
Here
Portuguese.
is the meaning is different. The way they speak is different from east to west. Even though they are speaking Nepali, it's with a different tone and the accent, but at the official communications, we have the standardized Nepali that we use across the country for communication.
A gente está conversando aqui, basicamente, o que ele está dizendo, a gente está conversando sobre as diferenças nossas, que aqui eu estou falando que o português é o mesmo para todos aqui no Brasil, né? Mesmo a gente tendo tribos indígenas aqui, mas todos entendem português, é a nossa língua oficial. No Nepal tem regiões que ele está falando que eles falam, inclusive, um dialeto diferente que ele não entende também. Né? Então lá eles têm essa dificuldade, apesar do Nepal ser uma língua comum para todos. Agora vamos falar um pouquinho sobre astronomia, né, Hélio? Agora que é importante a gente saber a questão da astronomia. Suresh, do you have big telescopes in Nepal? How that you manage this?
Uh,
Because you have
yes,
mountains there
the
that can
biggest
help
we
you.
have is 16-inch by the government. NASA has about the 8-inch Dobson in Skywatcher.
Mhm.
NASA, the largest, the biggest we have is the 8-inch Dobsonian by Skywatcher Goto. And by the Nepal government, there is a national observatory in one of the hill station called Nagarkot, which has 16-inch meet. So it's the largest so far. So we are planning to install bigger one, and we had some plans before, but due to COVID, everything has been delayed.
Yes.
Some of the plans was destroyed. We need to start again because there are lots of planning, and then everything changed, and we have to start from a new way. And
Mhm.
we hope to have something established in terms of infrastructures. We plan to build at this, so we will definitely are looking forward bigger than 16-inch, but it takes time. We don't have at the moment bigger than that.
Okay, but we have different skies here. No? Part of the skies that you see, you don't see from here. And then
True.
it will be a good experience to change, to
You
have
can see
contact.
the large Magellanic Cloud, small Magellanic Cloud, which we cannot see
Yes,
from here.
yes. And you can see the Ursa Major and
Yeah.
the polar stars you can't see from here.
Yes.
É, a gente tem algumas diferenças, porque aqui a gente consegue ver o céu próximo ao Polo Sul, aqui, celeste, né? Tem o Cruzeiro do Sul, a grande e pequena estrela de Magalhães, duas galáxias, tem outras coisas que a gente vê aqui e eles não veem, e também tem coisas que eles veem lá que a gente não vê muito bem aqui. O Seu Maior vê só um pedacinho aqui, a estrela polar a gente não vê, então essa experiência vai ser uma experiência muito boa. Você quer complementar alguma coisa, Hélio, nessa área de astronomia?
Sim, ele disse que tem um telescópio lá de 16 polegadas,
Polegadas,
é
é
isso?
o maior, é
Ah,
o
tá.
maior que eles têm.
16, tá.
É,
Essa era a pergunta.
é 16 inches, né?
16,
16,
yeah.
16,
16,
ok.
né? But then now we made the announcement. Now our group and the other friends from us knows that we are going to develop common project, and everybody that wants to join will be welcome here from Brazil, né? That wants to join. Então a gente fez um anúncio agora, né, oficial. Quem quiser participar desse projeto com a gente na parceria com o Nepal será muito bem-vindo, né? Porque é um momento muito, vai ser um momento que vai trazer um conhecimento sobre também uma cultura muito diferente da nossa, né? I say that inviting people to join with us in this partnership, and it will be also a cultural moment that will be important for us to know a different culture. Thank you very much, Suresh. It's a great pleasure for us, and I hope soon we will have wonderful results from this partnership.
Thank you. We are looking forward to connect north to south. I mean, we have lots of text for the northern hemisphere. We don't have a lot about southern hemisphere of sky in our books. So I'm not sure what is the situation in Brazil. Will they teach more to, northern sky or the southern sky? But definitely through this partnership, we'll try to teach the one sky, not north or south, to our people around the globe.
One sky for us, né?
Yeah,
We are
all.
all live in the same same planets, né? Then the only sky forever. Thank you very much, Suresh. It's a great
Thank
pleasure.
you.
Obrigado, Hélio, né?
Eu que
And
agradeço.
this is the first video conference between us, but not the last one. We are going to have many new video conference and involving also groups from Brazil and Nepal. This is, I think that is important goal from this partnership, né? Thank you. Muito obrigado a todos e quem quiser participar conosco será bem-vindo. Vai, até logo. Vai.
Namaste. Bye bye.
Vai,
Namastê.
Sorati.
Namastê.